realize in Christian ministry that not every bike is going to fit everyone. And if you try to build a bike that fits everyone, it is simply not going to fit anyone well. I say this to say because so oftentimes ministries are criticized because they're not quite including one person or the other. But if we compare this to a bike, if you try to make a bike that fits everyone, some people are going to think it's too tall, some people are going to think it's too short, some people are going to think it's too tilted forward, and some people are going to think it's too upright. Everyone will say this bike works, but it doesn't fit great. And that means that people just won't enjoy riding the bike. Like, the bike won't be something that serves them well. And so it doesn't really end up fitting anyone because it's trying too hard to fit everyone. So in ministry, the reason that administration becomes important is because we have to realize, okay, we cannot make one bike that fits everyone, but also we cannot custom build a bike for everyone. So we have to figure out what the different groups of populations that need ministry are, what the different types of people who need ministry are, and we need to create different ministries that serve those populations well. We need to create a bike for each of them, a bike that generally fits a specific type of person. So then people have a tendency to get on a bike and be like, well, this is like a pretty good fit, but it doesn't fit perfectly. Or people also have a tendency to criticize when they get on the wrong bike and they're like, well, this ministry isn't necessarily including me. But God needs all types, and he imbues us all with different gifts for building up the body so that we can grow up together in love, each part of the body held together by every single joint. And so we need to realize in administration and in realizing what we need to do in Christian ministry, if you see a gap in a ministry, before you go and criticize the ministry, I would encourage you to think, would this adjustment to the bike exclude people who the bike is built for? Would it make it a worse fit for them? Would it be better, instead of adjusting this bike, if the need is big enough, to build a new bike or to build a new ministry? And it's important when you are building ministries to think of, who is God having me create this for? Why is he having me create it? And what boundaries am I going to put around it to make sure we are still doing ministry to the people who we intend to do ministry to? And this is why administration is important, because this helps realize where the bikes are, who's building them, what gaps are there, and ultimately how we can build better bikes to love people better the way Jesus loved us. Love y'all. See you soon.